If you're going to buy one thing this winter season for making your Deliveroo, Uber, Stuart life easier, and you work on a bike, e-bike, maybe even a motorbike, then I genuinely believe this is the piece of kit to make your life ever so slightly more comfortable and happier. We're going to go over to Jamek, who is somebody who followed my instruction, got them, and I think overall he's happy with them.
Deliveroo rider.
So these are the handlebar mitts or handlebar gloves, whatever you want to call them, that I bought. A couple of people in my zone have got them now. This is what they look like before you cover them in tape and Christmas lights. They've got 2 bits of Velcro and a zip, so you can remove them or add them whenever you want. They're black neoprene, and then they've got high vis just there and on the sides. I think this is also high vis, but obviously not so much. And I think Jamek has just got them maybe a couple of days ago, so let's see what he thinks of them.
I did one shift in them on Saturday.
And how were they?
Well, it's okay. I think I will have to cover them in tape as
For
well.
the rain?
Yeah, for the rain, because as you said, they eventually get wet.
Soaked.
Soaked, yeah.
But your bike lives inside overnight, so it's not so bad for you.
Yeah, but then obviously I bought them only because first of all, it's like if it's too cold and it's raining, there is no gloves which I can wear it, and eventually they will get soaked. And basically you cannot work unless you have 10 pairs of 10 pairs of gloves.
Yeah.
So once I cover them in tape, I think they will be better. But as well, maybe I can feel some air coming through the stitches.
No, it's coming from there.
No, but I can...
Really?
When I have my hand here.
Maybe it's because mine are covered in tape. When I first installed mine, I could feel air coming in from here, because you've got a gap there.
Yeah.
But so I think that's where it's coming from.
It's nothing big, as you can see. I don't even wear a glove because of the...
Seriously, if you put tape over this bit here, I think you wouldn't feel it.
Although I really think the stitches might be to some extent...
I think they're good stitching.
Letting some air through.
I don't know, that looks...
And I think they might be a bit too long.
Yeah, they are a bit too long. You could cut them down if you wanted to.
Yeah, but then I think the stitches actually help. I don't know, but I think, first of all, they are quite cheap because it's about 15 to 20 pounds.
Yeah, I got mine, I think, for 16.
Yeah, 16 pounds. So it's better to get those instead of
fancy gloves,
which won't help you anyways if it's too cold, and you can get just Decathlon or even whatever you have on your hands.
Yeah, these are just cheap, crappy, ripped up gloves.
Yeah.
So, but for me, the big thing is the wind chill factor.
Yeah, of course.
It's just
you don't
so
feel anything.
good.
You don't feel anything inside them.
Yeah, so good. It's like not riding in the winter.
Yeah, exactly.
One idea that I had that was really good is you could cover it in high vis duct tape, like aluminous yellow, and that way it wouldn't be as good as this, but it'd still be pretty good.
Yeah.
I think I might buy some of that. So is it a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
Big thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Awesome. Thank you very much. They look better with Christmas lights on. So let me explain the problem. Touch screens on phones and fingerprint scanners are great. They really are. But they don't like being wet. They don't like wet fingers, especially when you have the fingerprint scanner underneath the screen. That's even worse because they're slightly less predictable. So when you want to do your deliveries on a bike, whether it be e-bike or regular bike, you somehow have to be able to use your hands, to use your phone whenever you need to, and still keep them dry so they actually work. Keep your phone dry. Now, you might think, oh, okay, I'll just use waterproof gloves, or I'll just use the gloves with the bit on the end so you can use your touchscreen. First of all, that doesn't work for a fingerprint scanner. And if you're wearing big waterproof gloves, trying to be agile and press the right part of the screen, it ain't going to work. The second problem, is, okay, you say, well, I'll just take my gloves off. Okay, so if you're going to do, let's say, 20 deliveries, you have to take them off when you get to the restaurant. You have to take them off when you get to the customer. Your hands are going to get wet. The outside of the gloves are going to get wet. It's not going to happen. It really isn't going to happen. You probably end up taking them off and leaving them off until your hands can suffer it no more. The solution, which you just saw, is these little mitts, handlebar mitts. And the great thing about it is you can use really thin gloves. I mean, I still wear fingerless gloves just because. Like gripping the handlebars, it's nicer because there's a bit of padding in there. It does give you a little bit of extra warmth. Not that you really need it. Now, okay, either I would say get a material that is waterproof if you are going to get these handlebar mitts, or do what I did and cover them in tape, because being waterproof, neoprene, the same stuff that they make wetsuits out of, it's not waterproof. It just absorbs the water. It's still going to keep the wind off of your hands, and that's a really big factor. The wind chill is a killer. And boy, when I first got these and I was like, oh, this is a luxury, like no wind chill on my hands. And I still have the dexterity of not wearing big gloves. But then covered in tape, when everybody else has got wet, cold hands, you'd just be laughing. You'd be like, haha, I have nice warm hands and I don't have to wear ridiculously big gloves. Some people aren't going to like them. Some people say, oh, they're dangerous because you can't get your hands out quick enough if you come off your bike. I'm not sure I would agree with that, but everybody's entitled to their own opinion. They can be quite cumbersome. It does take some getting used to, I'm not going to lie, but for me, they've been a game changer. You could go one step beyond this, and something that I was going to do but don't really need to is I got a USB hand warmer, and you could actually Velcro that on the inside, and then, boy, you could work in, I don't know, -5 conditions in fingerless gloves, and it wouldn't matter in the slightest. What are your thoughts? Can you think of any downsides that I haven't considered? I've seen some of the road bikes mitts. I thought they were quite cool as well, but what do you think of them? Do you think it's a game changer, or is it just another gimmick?
Deliveroo Rider.